This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of NASCAR's top 3 series, send them through the ratings algorithm, and see who comes out on top. Here's a few tidbits to know heading in. The driver ratings are updated race by race to reflect the performance of that driver throughout the season, as well as at that specific track in recent years. The races are at 100% length and use normal tire and fuel wear. The starting lineup will match the real-life qualifying using the provisional starting order, not the one that includes drivers heading to the back. The weather will match the real-life start time data, and commentary will match the real-life scenarios, not the standings that will be posted at the end of the video. And as always, this series is for entertainment purposes only. Using artificial intelligence and using the results of this race for gambling purposes is discouraged. Xfinity drivers getting their first time to shine post-shutdown, and Justin Haley going to be able to claim victory in the first race back. Austin Cindric, Justin Allgaier, Michael Annett, and Riley Herbst will round out the top 5. Kyle Busch unable to overcome his poor starting position by random draw. He'll only get up to 11th spot. And Noah Gragson, who started the race from the front, had an issue early on. He would only be able to claim 25th place. And now we move on to the Cup race. Ryan Preece and Ty Dillon just inside the top 20 in the first race on Sunday. They get to start on the front row today. Green flag out here at Darlington. We're putting some of the fastest cars in the middle of the pack to start out this one. Looks like Ryan Preece, though, is not going to be able to hold on to that lead for long, as Joey Logano already to the inside, and the Ford power is showing once again as 3 Penske-affiliated cars out in front. Just behind them would be the 10 car of Eric Almirola. So Ford really putting up a good showing right off the bat. Looking at our average finish, not terribly far changed from our most recent race, but Eric Jones still out in front. Tyler Reddick inserts himself into that list, along with John Hunter Nemechek with their great top 10 performances. And Eric Jones out here competing up here in the top 5 right now. Kevin Harvick, our most recent winner, he's getting held up a little bit in traffic as he had to start in the 20th position, but gets his second win at the racetrack and trying to work his way up as he goes to the inside of the 12 car. Jimmy Johnson having some problems early in this race. He is not able to get up to speed, and we obviously saw the problem he had at the end of stage 1. Could have been on his way to a stage victory. Instead, crashes out, finishes way back in the field, and now he's having some problems getting up to speed here as he's about to go a lap down to Joey Logano. We're going to see a pass for the lead here. Eric Jones makes his way to the inside of the 22 car, so breaking up that Ford dominance. 20 car goes to the lead, but now it's going to be Austin Dillon taking a look to the inside as we got a little bit of a breakaway here by these 3 cars that are going to be battling for the stage win. Ryan Newman had a respectable day in his first race back since his Daytona accident. Probably wanted to do a little bit better. He is, after all, an active leading driver in top 10s, along with Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth, who kind of jumped up to tie him there as they got those on Sunday. And Harvick obviously led a lot of laps on Sunday. That puts him ahead of Kyle Busch in terms of laps led. Busch is still looking for his way up toward the front as he is not doing so well right now. Not even going to get any stage points here as we end stage 1. Joey Logano is going to get to the line first, just over Eric Jones and Austin Dillon. We also see Denny Hamlin and Matt DiBenedetto getting points there in the top 5. And first race winner Kevin Harvick will come in at 6th. So we'll take their pit stops and we'll go back to green flag. Logano out in front. He was able to put Martin Truex Jr. a lap down before we hit that stage, and the 19 car was having some problems at the early part of the Sunday race, but was able to pull it back to a top 10 run, his first of the season. Now having some problems early in this one. Matt Kenseth, he was able to grab that first top 10 in his first race back since 2018. Now trying to work to the outside of his teammate in the 1 car, although he's going to pick the wrong lane in terms of lap traffic. He's going to fall back a little bit to the 12 car. Kevin Harvick is working his way up the field. He's looking for back-to-back victories here at Darlington as he goes to the underside of the 20 car and is going to take over second position. Alex Bowman, the driver who finished second in the race on Sunday, is still trying to find some speed, but right now he is in the 8th position, a solid top 10 going for him, and the way he finished with Harvick represents their current standings, 1 and 2. Looking right here as we see Denny Hamlin making a move to the inside as he works his way up the field. Now he's going to get to the underside of Joey Logano, and he's going to take over the lead. Hamlin, a 2-time winner here, although now he finds himself in some traffic as Eric Jones takes the lead. And William Byron, a driver that was doing solidly on Sunday, however, had some problems in the middle part of the race. He has just gone a lap down. And if you were thinking that maybe getting the pole on an invert was going to do any good for some of those drivers up front. Well, Ryan Preece going, I believe, a second lap down here. He has definitely not had the fastest car here today, although he still runs in the top 25. Here we come for the second stage, and it's going to be won by Kevin Harvick, the winner of the race on Sunday. Eric Jones will be able to come home here in second. Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, and Matt Kenseth rounding out the top 5 in this one. We're going to have some problems under the pace laps as something goes wrong under the hood for Quinn Houff. He'll pull it down to the inside, but his day is done. He'll finish in the last position. So a little bit of a weird sequence here as Kevin Harvick is going to have the lead coming to the restart. However, pit stops were a bit all over the place as some drivers decided they're going to pit late in the going. So now some of them are on the tail end of the lead lap. And Joey Logano had some problems while he was on pit lane, and so he is not running quite as fast as he was before. And that could affect him. He currently runs in the 9th position, but we'll see if he slows down any. Chase Elliott's trying to work his way up the field as now he is into the 2nd position with Matt Kenseth just behind him. Austin Dillon acting as a little bit of a pick as they try to catch up to Kevin Harvick, who's a few seconds ahead. Daniel Suarez is going to blow up on track. That's going to be our 2nd car out of the race. He'll find his way down the pit lane. No caution comes out for that one. Ryan Blaney, a driver that looked strong in the first 4 races of the season and didn't have the greatest run at the first Darlington race. He is, however, running top 10 here right now. Got a contract extension just before the shutdown, looking to put up a good performance. Here's another driver that had a great performance on Sunday, Jonathan Nemechek. Front Row Motorsports, not the kind of team you normally see up in the top 10 if it ain't at a super speedway. He was able to pull off that feat, got a 9th place finish, and right now he's going a lap down, so not having a great car today. Quite as good as he had on Sunday, but still trying to put up a performance. Christopher Bell is the first one to find himself on the pit lane. Kevin Harvick's going to follow shortly after, and he's going to give up the lead as a result. But as they cycle back on to the track, 4 car will maintain his lead. He's going to put the 12 car a lap down for the first time, and the 8 car trying to see if he can stay from going multiple laps down. However, we're going to have a caution come out, debris on the racetrack, and that is going to bunch up not too many cars for the first spot because several are a lap down, but it is going to bunch them up nonetheless, and Kevin Harvick did not want to see that. He had a pretty good lead going for him. He will take the restart with just about 20 laps to go, and he's going to have to try to hold off Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth, and Brad Keselowski for that victory. Elliott remaining hot on his heels, Keselowski not so much. Kenseth kind of maintaining his ground in between both of them. But right now, the 4 car just has to turn some clean laps. And we mentioned Matt Kenseth hasn't been in a NASCAR Cup Series car since 2018, the race at Homestead. And now he's trying to work his way up toward Kevin Harvick. He's been able to get around Chase Elliott for second. He's going to try to chase him down for first, and it looks like lap traffic is going to be a help in that one. As look at the 42 car go to the front. BJ McLeod up in front of Harvick. He's going to hold him up, and Kenseth takes advantage, finds himself to the front, but Chase Elliott fights back pretty much the next lap, and he's going to go to the inside. He still has to battle with some lap traffic. Ray Goulding, J.J. Yaley out in front of him. Matt Kenseth hanging tough on the outside, but it's a matter of where these cars in front go and whether or not it's going to be fast enough on the inside for Chase Elliott to get through, and he will. Now he works his way to the bottom side of J.J. Yaley, taking the white flag lap. Harvick gets a little bit off of him going into turn 1, and he's going to have to get a lot of momentum if he wants to make a move. Going into turn 3, Christopher Bell in front of the 9 car, but Chase Elliott makes his way to the inside, and Kenseth's going to work his way to the inside of Harvick, and that could hand it over to Chase Elliott. Looking for his first win at this racetrack, and he is going to get it coming off turn 4. Chase Elliott takes the second race win here at Darlington. Hendrick cars looked so good on Sunday. 2 of the best performing vehicles ended up crashing out, but Chase Elliott put up a top 10. Alex Bowman came home in a 2nd position. Bowman's going to get a 10th place today as Kenseth, Harvick, Keselowski, and Kurt Busch make up the top 5. Ryan Newman with a 6th place run, a lot better than he probably wanted from Sunday. Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones also up here, the only Toyota representatives for the top 10, along with Matt Benedetto. Kyle Busch uncharacteristically in 16th spot, unable to find his way up the field, and that's just the way that his season's been going along with the rest of the Toyota camp. They have not found that speed yet. Tyler Reddick and John Hunter Nemechek, 2 rookies that found top 10s on Sunday, will end up in 17th and 19th spot along with another rookie, Cole Custer, Clint Boyer, and Martin Truex Jr., some veterans along with William Byron. Surprised to see down here in the 20s. Must have been a tough day for them. Jimmy Johnson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 2 drivers that crashed out, finished 26th and 25th respectively. And we mentioned Joey Logano having some problems late in the race. He was up there in the top 10, but he slips all the way back to 33rd. Had to get some of that damage repaired. Tough break for him. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.